What's happening, everyone? As a Vikings fan, I had to jump on here right after the Steelers-Vikings game and kind of recap that game and talk a little bit about it on the Vikings side of things. So I'm very frustrated as a Vikings fan, mostly because I feel like our coaching has really let us down. Obviously, I think I've been saying this. I saw it when McCarthy was in there that the play designs are just not meant for a weak offensive line. You know, the Bengals game was great and all, but also it's one game where the defense gave us 2 touchdowns. So the offense really didn't have to do way too much. And now you see it again against the Steelers. The offensive line, I mean, I'm just going to say they've been trashed this year. That's where the problems start. Yes, it's injuries for sure. This game, Donovan Jackson was not there. And into the first quarter, Brian O'Neill goes down. So now your left guard and your right tackle are out. Then Ryan Kelly gets another concussion. He missed last week's game because of concussion. Now he gets hurt in this game with concussion symptoms again. He might be looking to retire at some point soon because I think he's had 5 concussions since 2023. So now you're down your left guard, your center, and your right tackle. And I just feel like, look, I love Kevin O'Connell. I think he's a great leader. But ultimately, we just have to hold people accountable. Look at what Mike Tomlin's doing with Aaron Rodgers. So with the Steelers, their quarterback, he can't move really. And I mean, he moved pretty well today. He converted on the 3rd and 9 where he fumbled, but then the Steelers got it back. But he can't move really. And Mike Tomlin and the offense there scheme up quick hitters, quick passes. They get an 80-yard touchdown pass to DK Metcalf because of that. And I'm not saying that that's the perfect answer. I mean, we got a long play to Jordan Addison towards the end of the game too, but I'm just saying we don't see much of that with the Vikings. Like everything is a slow developing play when you got a weak offensive line. I saw a tweet that said it's a good thing Aaron Rodgers didn't sign with the Vikings because Rodgers needs to get the ball out of his hand quickly, and Kevin O'Connell doesn't really do that. And that tweet is 100% correct. But also part of what you're saying in that tweet is that Kevin O'Connell doesn't do a good job of knowing his personnel, like KYP, know your personnel. And if you know your personnel, I'm not even putting it on Wentz or McCarthy. So you got to know your offensive line is banged up and beat up, and these guys can't hold. I mean, Wentz, I think, took 6 sacks. And some, I mean, I'll get to that in a second, but some of those were just a couple he had nowhere to go. So what's he going to do? He takes the sack. And then a couple, obviously, I think were just bad plays by him. And I'll just get to that right now. The end of the game, the Vikings catch miracle to be in the game because they looked atrocious throughout. So they're only down by a field goal. They get the ball back. The punt was weird by the Steelers. It goes into the end zone, and now you get it at your own 20. And it's a situation where you have no timeouts left, and Wentz is scrambling out of the pocket. And already, if you've scrambled out of there and nothing's there, throw an incomplete pass, man. Instead, he took I don't even know if it was credited as a sack, but it got 0 yards. He got tackled at the line of scrimmage, basically. And clock's ticking. I've been on the J.J. McCarthy bandwagon the whole time because I just think that financially and logically it just makes sense. You drafted a rookie. You're supposed to be in this Super Bowl window once your rookie kind of gets his feet wet, and now you're going to not let him get his feet wet because he had 2 bad games, which I don't even credit most of that to being his fault when the offensive line has played horribly when he's been in there. But that's the thing. If you're going to put Wentz in there, the veteran looked more like a rookie than J.J. McCarthy has looked like a rookie in his 2 games. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that just a stupid plays. Then it's like 3rd and 13, and we take a delay of game. Wentz is, and again, I'm not even trying to blame Wentz. I don't know what goes there. Maybe it's Kevin O'Connell not getting the play in on time. But someone, like, what's going on there? And I think Kevin O'Connell's got to just take some heat here. I'm not calling for his job or anything. I love Kevin O'Connell. I think he's a great head coach. But at the same time, like, yo, man, like, you're screwing this up. Like, scheme up some stuff for a weak offensive line. Because that's what you have, whether you like to admit it or not. And then the defense got trounced on the ground. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell, that's not even their starting running back, had 99 yards rushing, averaged 5 yards a carry, had 2 touchdowns. This defense that's supposed to be great under Brian Flores has not looked the part, especially in the running game. They lost the Atlanta game and gave up over 200 yards rushing to the Falcons. And sure, you can at least say, well, the Falcons have Bijan Robinson. Well, Kenneth Gainwell is your backup running back for the Steelers. That's not good. That's not good. And I'll give credit to Rodgers. He's older, but I mean, let's just say that he's Aaron Rodgers. So he's a great quarterback. but you made him look like he was borderline in his prime. And again, it is what it is. It's one game. I've been saying this for a while. As long as the Vikings go into the bye week, considering all the injuries they've had, if they go into the bye week 3-2, they're in a great place and it's fine. Season's not over. It's just the frustrating part is watching them lose these games in the same way. And it's only been 2 losses, I know. But even just the way the Bears game felt like a loss until one quarter when J.J. McCarthy miraculously brought them back. So I'm just saying, watching this, it's not even about the record or the loss today. It's about making you worry that maybe this is just what it's going to be, because I don't see really, I mean, I don't put McCarthy in there and he's going to struggle too with this offensive line and these kind of play calls. Like, I'm sorry, that's just not good. And Wentz supposed to be the veteran. He had a intentional grounding penalty because he should have thrown the ball away, didn't throw it away and get sacked. And well, actually, I don't know if that play he should have thrown it away. I think that play, the rush was just there. So he just had to kind of take the sack. But he takes an intentional grounding penalty. It loses 10 seconds off the clock. Went from 37 to 27 seconds now. No timeouts. And then after that is when they get the delay of game penalty. So maybe that's O'Connell not getting the plan on time. And all right, enough about the game today. I just want to say my biggest concern with the Vikings is almost an organizational pattern that I've been noticing. And look, I'm all about being ranked as like the best franchise, and they're always like an A+ in the food at the facility and the training facility and all this. But can we stop babying the players? There was they commented during this game that the plan is, if all goes well, that J.J. McCarthy can be in the scout team this week so he can run some plays. And that they're not going to put him out onto the field. This is the quote, until he's 101% healthy. Are you kidding me? This is the NFL. How many starting quarterbacks are going to be 100% healthy coming into week 5 of the NFL season? No, stop babying him. This is what are we doing here? And it has nothing to do with the game today, because I have been saying this. I said, as soon as McCarthy can get back on the field, he should get back on the field. If Wentz today led us to a blowout win, I still think McCarthy should have started, because it's about next year and the year after that and the year after that, when McCarthy would still be on the rookie deal. I don't have the Vikings winning the Super Bowl this year. So for me, that was just so disappointing to hear that. And if that is what indeed happens, then there's an organizational problem in babying these players. If McCarthy is 80%, he should be playing. That's the NFL. In week 5, no one's 100%. You're saying until he's 101% healthy. Okay, well, then are you going to bench him the next game? Because he's going to take a sack or two. And that's already going to ding his health a little bit. So he ain't going to be 100% healthy after that. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just stupid. I get it that they want to be known as like this great thing, like franchise. And on the plane, the guys are flying first class. And there's pictures of the Steelers guys flying in what looks like a plane from the 1900s, the 1990s. But the Steelers got the win. Okay. And that's what we should be caring about, is wins and losses. And yeah, maybe the facilities and stuff help you get better free agents. But if you're still losing, then I can care less for that stuff. We just want wins here. So it's about what you do on the field. So, it's just funny. Jalen Ramsey limps off with a hamstring injury in like the 4th quarter. The game's pretty much, it looked like it was almost over, and like the Steelers were going to win anyway. And then they brought his ass back on the field anyway. Yeah, because the National Football League, nothing's promised. If you think you can go, he wasn't 100% healthy at that point. You all right? Get your ass back on the field then. Like, if that was the Vikings and someone pulled off with a little hammy injury, I doubt they're coming back in the game. I mean, even Brian O'Neill, I don't know what he has. Hopefully it's not serious. Listed as questionable. You knew he wasn't coming back, because the Vikings always play it safe, and that's great, and that's smart, sure. And, players might love that because they'll stay healthier keep their careers longer. And that's great. But if your career is going to be longer and you're going to now leave us and go play for another team, what do we care? Like, we need to win right now. And it's a whole like Minnesota nice thing, but it'll be really nice when you win a Super Bowl. Maybe that'll make guys want to come play for the team more than the food is really good at the facilities. Again, I'm not saying they shouldn't value that and they shouldn't have that, but I'm also saying, like, let's have a little bit of a, attitude here of, hey, you're good? All right, then let's go play. And I honestly, I'm not even blaming the players. I don't think it's the players. I almost do feel like I don't think JJ McCarthy's saying like, I think I should just run the scout team. I think JJ McCarthy's like, let me play. Like, it's fine. Wrap my ankle. I'll play. And so that's the frustrating part. So again, today's loss. All right, it's a loss. It's a Europe game. Just needed them to split Europe, go 1-1 out there. You'll be all right going into the bye week. So they have another chance next week. If they lose next week to the Browns, now I don't think they're making the playoffs. But again, this season is about developing JJ McCarthy. Did I miss something? That's why you drafted him so high in the draft. That's why you didn't keep Kirk Cousins. That's why you didn't keep Sam Darnold, right? It was the whole plan. So what are we doing here? So again, all right, Vikings fans, Skol Vikes. My biggest concern, like I said, is just organizationally and all that. But as far as the season goes, again, if your priorities were set correctly, like I believe mine were, which was this is about developing JJ McCarthy this year, then you're fine. I mean, yeah, we would have loved to win today, but we're 2-2. Honestly, we're not winning the Super Bowl this year. We should have known that already. Again, I've said this before. No team with a first-year starter wins the Super Bowl, really. And we crown Jaden Daniels and we crown C.J. Stroud for having incredible rookie years. And both of those guys were still 3 wins away from winning a Super Bowl. That's how far they were from winning a Super Bowl. And we were speaking so highly of them. So again, if McCarthy can develop this year and we make the playoffs, fantastic. But if we go 7-9 and don't make the playoffs, but McCarthy shows promise and shows that he can be the starter and shows that he's legit, now we got 3 years of legit quarterback play, cheap quarterback play, where we can build a roster and have a 3-year Super Bowl window. That's what this year should be about. So we'll see. Vikes fans, if you're out there, let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you like it, if you like the channel. And, we'll recap the whole full week 4 probably on Tuesday once the Monday night games wrap up. But I'm going to go and watch football all day. All right. Happy weekend, y'all.